Hello, my project is about fitness and nutrition. My name is Jake Santiago. The reason I chose diet and exercise for my project is I think it's important for your body to communicate with itself, for muscles, organs, skeletal structure, physical and mental clarity, benefits for people with PTSD, and certain things that you are not doing, whether it be one or the other or all of the above, how it can affect you medically. How my project relates to my degree plan is in health science. It's to study the movement and mechanics in the human body. I would like to earn my degree through my health science program and then take the National Academy of Sports Medicine certification and then get a lifetime certification in that area of study to become a trainer. What I plan to do with that information is to basically own my own gym, but I want to train people that are nervous about exercise, that have mental disorders, as well as anybody that just has injuries, so knee injuries, back injuries, neck injuries, and how to implement exercises that can benefit them more than just the average person. One of the articles that I found to help individuals with PTSD is to exercise. So there are 192 people interviewed with PTSD, and they said that exercise twice a week can benefit their mental and physical clarity throughout themselves. They have generally a lack of motivation without any exercise during the week. Find it hard to do things. They develop a mental status that is not good for them when they don't exercise or they don't have an outlet, because then they start thinking about their PTSD issues. Some people do use music and other things as well, but they say that exercise is one huge benefit within the spectrum of individuals with PTSD. Water, I believe it to be the number one reason. If you're not going to do exercise or diet, water should be your number one all day, every day. A lot of people don't like drinking a lot of water because you'll be running to the bathroom every 2 minutes. However, water is a temporary fix for hunger in most cases. A lot of people don't know that, but you drink water and it can help push that hunger aside until you can get to something a little bit more sustainable, something better for your body than just a cheeseburger at McDonald's or some ribs and French fries or whatever it is that is your bad meal. It also helps with the bloodstream. It helps all the organs in your body kind of communicate with each other, because the water helps your blood, the bloodstream moves to your organs, the organs help you function and feel better about yourself. They're also good for your joints if you do exercise, and even if you don't exercise and you are at your job. It does help with joint movement, lubrication, all those kinds of things. Cramping, headaches, it definitely helps with that. I know a lot of people like the sodas or diet sodas and things like that. Well, water helps kind of push the impurities out of your body, and that fake sugar that is in those drinks are not always the best for us. Some of the ways fitness and diet can enhance your life is exercise, especially cardio, weights as well, but more so cardio kind of releases the endorphins inside your body that give your brain activity a happier sense of yourself. I know that may sound silly to some, especially people that don't exercise on a regular basis, but if you did a 20-minute cardio session and let your blood kind of run wild in your body, and you're hydrated from the water that we talked about from the previous slide, your mind is going to open up, and you're actually going to feel a lot sharper. That wit that you like feeling after some kind of vigorous exercise, even if it's not vigorous, even if it's just walking. But the more oxygen that's going to your brain, opening up the brain waves, you're able to focus a lot more throughout your day. And if you don't believe me, just give it a shot. Even try it for a week. Go to the gym for 3 days for that week and tell me how much better you feel from exercising than not exercising the previous week. And I promise you'll see a significant change. One of my studies, I saw that it was talking about people who smoke and drink excessively or don't have any physical activity are prone to depression. And I find that to be true. I mean, obviously, we all know people who have been alcoholics and things like that. We've all regretted at one point or another in our lives, for those that are above 21. Sometimes when you drink a little too much, the morning after, we regret it. And it may not be a depression kind of feeling, but your body just does not like the way it feels. You've essentially poisoned it. And then all you crave is water and greasy food to fix it, which may fix it for the short time. The water will fix it for a long time. But that greasy food is actually going to hurt your body even more, which everybody knows that as well. Periodically checking your BMI or body mass index and measuring your body fat with a professional can be very beneficial to you to let you kind of know where your health standing is. The body fat is measured on your stomach with your belly button, in line with your belly button, and then around your neck. Other people have different methods or tactics to use it, but I've found that at least in the military sense, has been the easiest way to measure body fat accurately. There are other ways to do it, but that is the most basic way to do it. Another source that I was reading explains the bare minimum of walking 30 minutes a day, 2 to 3 times a week, can decrease the chances of certain diseases, heart failure. It helps with your bloodstream, diabetes. I mean, you name it. There's a lot of things you can avoid just from walking a few times a week. A lot of people that have desk jobs and things like that, this is a great thing for them to hear, because physical activity at a desk job pretty much doesn't exist. A lot of people do try certain things, using a yoga ball instead of a chair, things like that, drinking water all day, which are great things as well. But if you're not getting that exercise or circulation throughout your body, you may want to think about, outside of work, taking that 30 minutes, walk around the block a few times, or your neighborhood, whatever it is that you do. It does also help with joint and muscle pain. Joints are extremely important as posture as well, so a lot of people won't even realize that they have joint pain. They just think it's a skeletal or muscle issue, and then they'll just leave it, and they think it's just going to go away. Well, it won't go away unless you do stretching, exercising, your water intake is good, all of those things. And with walking, it's going to open up your lungs and make you feel better overall, and doing that, again, gives you that mental clarity that I was talking about before. One thing that I have found that's good for myself, this is my favorite slide, by the way, is forcing your mind and body to do what you want it to do. So we've all had those days we wake up before work and we hit that snooze button 18 times before we actually get up. And sometimes those same people have woken up late for work, they're groggy, your sleep has been interrupted several times, and it's not really that good for you. So Me personally, I've developed a plan for my work schedule. I have to leave my house at 6 o'clock and be at work at 7, and then I work a 10-hour day. So by the time I get home, it's dinner time, have a little downtime in bed. So when I find time to exercise is in the morning before I leave for work. So I wake up at 3:45, shave, shower, brush my teeth, do all that thing, and then I head to the gym. I'm usually there about 4:15. I work out for about an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours. That gives me enough time for weights, core, and cardio. Not everybody has to do that, but that's just my way of thinking. But even if you were to do it for 30 minutes before work and just kind of got that blood circulating with just a walk, would be a great thing to do. I've also had some of the best sessions of working out when I was the most tired, when I said, there's no way I can go to the gym and feel good about what I'm doing. I'm too tired today. Well, I would pick myself up several times. I've gone to the gym and I do not want to go, and I feel the best I've ever felt at the end. And I think it's either lack of the exercise that you got that day, or your body is actually begging you to go because something inside is not right. That last one was more of an opinion, but like I said, some days you just have to kind of force yourself to go. You can make any kind of excuses that you want, but in the end you're going to really thank yourself, even if you're just going to do a walk or just a run, or even just get down and do 10 push-ups. Some people can start with just that, and that's great. These are my scholarly references. The first tab kind of goes over the BMI calculator, depression symptoms through smoking and alcohol consumption, and how vigorous exercise and cutting down on that can help that. The second one is Van Camp Fort, is the name of the professor that wrote that article. And he talks about how it can help patients with PTSD. I also put that in my forum. I believe it was week 3. We were told to pick an article on our topic. That would be, of course, in our final. So those are my 2 references for that. And these are the last of my references here. I won't talk about all of them because I'm sure that this has taken a lot of people's time as is, but these are the articles that kind of gave me some general information on my study for this project, whether it's the certain amount of time of exercises, what types of exercises that you should be doing, your diet, how much fruits and vegetables you should be having, your water intake. Like I said, that's a huge one there, and of course forcing your body to go to the gym. Of course, we know the most beneficial foods that we could probably have is protein and fiber, but we don't want to forget about potassium. So bananas and coconut milk is kind of my personal touch I'd like to add to this presentation for everyone. Potassium is great for recovery, so even if you're not doing a lot of exercising and stuff like that, if you're starting to get pulls in your legs, arms, anything like that, just like real knots feeling, load up on that potassium. The strongest amount of potassium that I've found has been in, actually it's not coconut milk, I apologize, I said that earlier. It's coconut water. It's a little bit pricey, but sometimes you can find sales on it in the store, but it has a huge hit of potassium in it. So do that, hydrate, exercise, take care of yourselves, and thank you for listening to my presentation. Bye.